If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also, go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new album in the description. Kanye West is about to release his new album, Donda 2, and today I wanted to go over everything that we know about this new Kanye album so far, including, of course, the whole rollout, the release date, the features on there, the track list, the cover, everything that just belongs to the album. So let's jump straight into this. So this album, Donda 2, has of course always been in the talks ever since the first Donda dropped. People were expecting a sequel to this, also because Kanye was teasing a deluxe version of the first one, but also just because, you know, he's been out there talking about a second installment in this thing as well. Stephen Victor also later on then confirmed that a second Donda was actually happening. Now, we got the announcement for this thing in January, and we got it in form of an Instagram post from Ye, which featured his childhood home, the one he used for the set for the release party of the first Donda, with the letters 22222. So obviously February 22nd, 2022. Also then Donda 2, again another 2 in there, and Tuesday being the second day of the week. So this all makes sense, and y'all said that it has some astrological meaning to him. I don't know if that is true, but it does seem to be some kind of connection there. So we got this cover art. We don't know if this is the actual cover art yet. He hasn't announced anything in terms of official cover art, but this is what we have so far, and this might as well be the official cover art, just removing obviously the numbers on there. But this is the announcement that we had. So we knew that it was dropping on a Tuesday, which was already kind of weird because albums usually drop on Fridays, but this is Kanye, so he can do whatever he wants. So a couple of days go by, and the next thing that happened is that we had a release party at Nobu in LA. Now, this release party for Donda 2, which was held privately, had a lot of very high-profile people attending there. Among the usual Kardashians and Jenners and stuff like that, we also had the actual artists that are going to be featured on this record. For example, y'all all have seen this picture that was posted by Kanye himself as well, but in this picture we can recognize Kanye, Travis Scott, Baby Keem, Drake, and also Young Lean. So those people are confirmed to be on Donda 2 now, which is of course a big thing because the Drake and Kanye beef been going on for quite some time and recently got resolved with the Free Larry Hoover concert. Also, other people attending were, for example, the Migos, and also among others Fabio Foreign, which is apparently his new best friend. So those are the features that are confirmed to be on Donda 2. Of course, Kanye has been seen in the studio over the past couple of months with quite a few other people. For example, A$AP Rocky wasn't there as well. So those are likely also going to be featured on the album. After this private listening party happened, Kanye also took to Instagram to announce a public release party, just like the ones we've had for the first Donda. This is taking place on the day that the album is dropping in Miami, so if you haven't copped tickets yet, you can probably still do that. And I hope that in this release party we see a lot of the elements we've seen with the first release parties for Donda 1, so those epic grand sets inside of big stadiums and him just performing the songs, bringing out the people that are featured on there. I thought those were incredible marketing techniques, and I hope that we see some of that again. Fast forward a couple of days, and I recently made a video on this, but we got the track list for Donda 2. Kanye posted this on his Instagram, and this thing is going to have 22 tracks. He just posted like a handwritten, like a notepad type of track list. I'm going to go through the tracks real quick and give my thoughts on this, but this is the track list. We see that he added, if you watch the other video, the 22nd spot was still empty. Now he added the City of Gods track that was originally a Fabio Foreign track with him, or so Ye and Alicia Keys on there, but now it's apparently a track for Donda 2. So let's go through this. The first track is Security. Then we have Lift Me Up, which was one of the songs that the Sunday Service Choir already performed, so y'all can probably get footage of that on YouTube. Then we have Get Lost, then Pablo, likely another reference to the left Pablo, then True Love, then Keep It Burning, a term that he's also used in a couple of his Instagram captions, which is interesting to note. Then we have Broken Road, I'm Finna Love Me, Sci-Fi, We Did It Kid, Flowers, Maintenance, 530, Mr. Miyagi, then Selfish, First Time, Louis Bags, Candyland, Close for Business, Do I Look Happy, Things Changed, and then obviously also City of Gods, the last track that I just went over. So this is likely gonna be somewhat close to the final track list that we will be getting once the album drops, because Kanye is a person that does like to alter a couple of things and move tracks around and just, completely remove tracks and add new ones just a couple of hours before albums drop. We've seen that with Donda 1, for example. So this is likely what we're gonna get, but not 100% sure. I just want to point that out as well. Now, getting to another interesting part that a lot of people are talking about, which is the way that you'll be able to listen to this album. Now, I'm also going to make another video going on depth into the functioning and just everything you need to know about the stem player, which is obviously what I'm going to talk about now. But today I want to focus on the things that just Kanye said. So Kanye took to Instagram in a couple of posts. I made a detailed video on this 2 days ago, going over his explanations on why he's doing this and how this is all going to work. But basically what's going to happen is Donda 2 will not be available on streaming services, so not on Spotify, not on Apple Music, none of that. It will only be available through the stem player. You might remember the stem player from the first Donda. That's that little device that you could buy to dissect all the tracks and chop them up into just vocals, bass, drums, and melodies, and you could at your will determine how much of the vocals you want and how much of the drums, and you could kind of play around with it, which I thought was a really cool feature just in terms of music technology and innovation. And the second Donda is also only going to be available on this thing. So while the first Donda was still on streaming, this one is going to be exclusively through the stem player available. Now, but that doesn't mean that you have to buy this thing for $200, is what a lot of people are saying online. You can also just listen to the files of Donda 2, so the MP3 files, on the stemplayer.com website, which you can head over to now and cop your stem player for $200. So you don't need the stem player itself, the device, but you can just listen to the album once it drops on the stem player website. That is very important. So no Spotify, don't expect it to drop at midnight anywhere, but the stem player website. And I think also just on the stem player website after the release party is finished on Tuesday. So, after we've heard it through the leaks and through the footage of the release party, just like the first Donda. So this is everything we know about this thing so far, dropping February 22nd, next Tuesday. We know that he held a private release party, and we know some of the features that are going to be on here. We've heard one track, City of God, so far. I thought that was pretty dope, that track. We also have the track list for this. We have the way it's going to be released through the stem player. And if you want to know what I expect from this thing, what I hope from this, I recently made a video going over my hopes and expectations for Donda 2, so just check the Donda 2 playlist on my channel. So yeah, that's everything we know about Donda 2. I'm very excited, but now I want to know what you think about this. Are you excited for Donda 2? Have you been waiting for a long time? Were you expecting this thing to drop right after Donda 2 dropped, or did you think that Donda 1 was just a standalone project? What do you think about the cover, the release date, the track list, for example, the features, and especially also the whole situation concerning and surrounding the stem player and it not being on streaming? Let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and you'll take care.